I'm gonna react to a video because a lot of people have been DMing me, showing me this video where like this racist guy is saying something about, I don't know, it's something like, I haven't watched it yet. Let's see this video. Okay, so the video is called Refuting Islam with Their Own Quran.
Alhamdulillah, mothers. It is I, Amos, with another episode of Amos Yee. I am stoned.
Alright, first of all, what the heck? Like, this dude is he's stoned, he's high. What the heck is he doing? He's disrespecting one of the biggest religions in the world.
I'm sorry, is that supposed to be an argument?
There's even 7,000 thumbs up. 7,000 thumbs up in this video. In the first 30 seconds, he's disrespected 1.6 billion people in the world.
I really wish you infantile Islam apologists would learn the goddamn difference between insulting a religion and insulting the people who follow it.
Islam teaches good morals, sexism. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed and find...
Hold up. What is this freaking ratchet boy with a weave saying? Like, he just translated the most BS of the Quran.
How exactly is it BS if it actually exists within the Quran itself?
He just translated the Quran in his way. He said, if you think your wife is arrogant, beat and rape them. In Islam, anyone who rapes anyone would get stoned to death. That is not allowed in Islam. Raping anyone is not allowed in Islam.
Okay, two things. One, you just made a straw man accusation. Nowhere in that specific part of the video did this guy ever claim that a man should rape his wife. He clearly shows that the passage says that if a man's wife disrespects him, he should refuse to have sex with her and then beat her. Hell, I'll even expand on the verse by showing the whole thing. Surah 434. Men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given one over the other and what they spend for maintenance from their wealth. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them. Then if they persist, forsake them in bed. And finally, strike them. But if they obey you, once more seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is ever exalted and grand. And secondly, let's assume that Amos, the guy whose video you're responding to, did make a mistake by lying a little bit about what the passage said by claiming that it endorses rape. How exactly is the idea of stoning rapists to death going to win over people who are opposed to your cause? That kind of makes it sound like the idea of due process is utterly non-existent in Islam, which, amazingly enough, it isn't. And one more thing. If rapists are actually stoned to death like you say, then how exactly do you explain all of the rape victims who are being publicly executed in Muslim countries? Why do we not hear about actual rapists who are condemned to death?
Slavery and rape. O Prophet, we have made lawful to thee thy wives to whom thou hast paid their dowers, and those slaves whom thy right hand possesses out of the prison.
Alright, so this weird kid who's on something right now, basically what he's doing, he's taking out stuff from the Quran, and he's making it seem really bad by translating it into his own.
No, he's not reinterpreting the verses to suit his own purposes. He is sharing the verses as they are. I've already proven that the exact same verses he is using exist in nearly identical wording in other sources. That's kind of the entire point of his video. It's to disprove all the panty-waist apologists out there like you claiming that this is a peaceful religion, by sharing crystal clear verses from the Quran itself, unfiltered and unbiased. And you have done nothing so far to prove that he is incorrect.
It's like doing this. It's like someone having a story about me, and he takes out one line where it said, Adam killed this person. And then imagine showing that person one line, Adam killed that person, but you didn't read the whole line.
Adam, do you want to know one major difference between the Bible and the Quran? You see, the Bible, for the most part, is a storybook, an anthology. Most of the content contained within its pages are narratives with underlying moral messages. The Quran is different. While it does have its share of stories and historical records, it is a rule book intended to show the followers of Islam how to live in a way that pleases their God and their religion's founder. It's because of this that your logic in this part of the video fails, Adam. Amos is not taking this part of the Quran from a story with some greater context. He is simply illustrating one rule in a book containing dozens of rules for what it is.
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to free slaves, he used to help slaves, he used to eat with slaves.
And where is your proof?
So I don't know what this dude is saying. We're all slaves.
Am I supposed to know what the fuck that even means?
With that line he said, which is in the Quran, saying having slaves is fine, I'm gonna show you guys in the Quran the real way. He doesn't even deserve to hold the Quran or for Quran to be even that close to him. But I'm gonna show you guys the line, which is, this is in the same surah of that line, so it connects with it. He's just taking it out, trying to make it into a negative, because that's what ignorant people do. And it says, worship Allah and join none with him, and do good to parents, kinsfolk, orphans, the masakin, the neighbor who is near of kin, the neighbor who is a stranger, the companion by your side, the wayfarer, and those slaves whom your right hand passes.
Okay, number one, the verse you read is not from the same verse that Amos just read. The verse he shared is from the 33rd surah, Al-Azab, whereas the one you just read is the 4th surah, An-Nisa. This guy just told everyone that these two verses are part of the same surah, the same chapter, when in reality they are very far apart from each other in the actual Quran. If you've actually read the Quran, you should be calling huge bullshit right now, because this piece of shit just completely lied to all of his viewers. And secondly, even if those two verses were part of the same surah, the passage itself does not refute the fact that Islam endorses slavery. All it says is that you are encouraged to treat slaves well. It does not condemn the act of slavery altogether. Here are some passages that prove that Islam does indeed love slavery.
Since Allah said it, I now know that it is a fact that women are lower than me. I never liked women. Women smell weird and they have vaginas.
This guy is, oh my god. First, is this man mad because he looks like a woman and he thinks like, you know, that Islam is like, it's not, bro. We respect women. Muslims respect women like you.
Some Muslims may respect women, but Islam more often than not has proven that it does not respect women as independent beings or intelligent ones. I've given proof for this in other videos of mine. I'm not going to hinder this one with redundant sources.
Is the religion of peace.
Yes, Islam means peace.
The unbelievers' garments of fire shall be cut, and there shall be poured over their heads boiling water, whereby whatever is in their bowels and skin.
This. Oh my, bro.
What the fuck are you doing? Why do you keep bumping your fists together? What do you have, Tourette's or something? Cut that shit out. It's annoying.
It basically says if you're an unbeliever, which is you're going to hell. That's what it says. If you're an unbeliever, you're going to hell. But he translated it and made it seem like it's a whole violent, like, whoa, so crazy. It's not. It really isn't. In Islam, you get so many chances. You get forgiven so many times.
And there you have it, folks. The sign of a true religious fanatic. Someone who actually justifies the idea of someone being sent to hell for simply choosing not to believe in God or Allah. If God or Allah were really, really purely good, they would accept you into paradise for simply doing good things in your life, regardless of whether you believed in them or not. It truly baffles me how liberals will tear Christianity apart for endorsing shit like this, but they won't say a fucking thing about Islam, which enforces the same rule and standard. fuck these people, and fuck this guy too.
Chapter 17, verse 15, it says, whoever goes right, then he goes right, only for the benefit of his own self. And whoever goes astray, then he goes astray to his own loss. No one laden with burdens can bear another's burden. And, this is the main one for you guys, and we never punish until we have sent a message to give warning. And we never punish until we have sent a messenger to give warning. Which means all the unbelievers will get a message of, they'll get a warning of what's wrong and what's right. They give them a warning. They don't just automatically just put them to hell and like that. They get a warning.
What is your point? Just because you point out that unbelievers are given chances to repent and become believers doesn't refute Amos's statement about how Allah punishes non-believers. You can still refuse those chances and end up in boiling water with an iron rod to the ass, as Amos so colorfully put it.
I'm done watching this video. I'm seriously done.
Good. I'm done watching yours too. You're a pathetic, brainwashed twat, and I have zero respect for you. He basically goes on to conclude his video, proving just how much more of a piece of shit he is by reporting the video and telling all of his viewers to report it, pretty much taking a giant shit all over the idea of freedom of speech, which shouldn't be surprising since Islam highly disapproves of that right as well. I apologize if I got a little heated there. I tried not to get pissed off as I did in my second Claudia Boleyn video, but this guy really got on my nerves. I really hope he only sticks to making dumb little family videos from now on, because I dread the idea of making another response to him. But only time will tell. Hut well, my gracious audience.